tell David, or you can go back to David and tell him that he's not going to play 90 on Saturday. You're welcome.
Don't worry, Arne, mate. I'll tell him. Oi, Moisey. Isak's not going to play 90, but we'll do you in 60, all right? All right, ciao.
Liverpool Fan in Japan.
Hello, YouTube. Liverpool Fan in Japan here. The Miyazaki man, Sai. And with all the crap going on in the world, you need something to cheer you up, and nothing cheers me more up than a feisty Merseyside derby. Absolutely epic, end-to-end, body-to-body, mano-a-mano, shoulder-budging, dirty tackles galore. Hopefully not too many on this occasion, but you know what I mean. And there's no better place to watch it than on the Liverpool Fan in Japan channel, because I will be live streaming it. It's a very healthy and tasty 8:30 p.m. kickoff. So yes, join me on a live watch along tomorrow. Liverpool versus Everton at Anfield. 100% record on the line. Arne Slot up the shiny one.
The cream of the crop!
The channel Substance and Abundance, and I will go through the colour commentary and the play-by-play to make your day, because we will maintain maximum points, and I'm going to tell you my predicted score as well as the lineup coming up very, very shortly. But we're going to look at Everton. What are Everton likely to do? So let's go on the tactical board right now. Let's look at their formation. I'm pretty confident with this one, and look what they're trying to achieve. So I've changed the colours to the bitter blues right here, represent them very, very nicely. That little T-Rex with the little dinosaur arms, Pickford in goal. Hopefully he doesn't try to injure Van Dijk again. Now, Branthwaite is coming back from injury. He may be risked. They might want to do one over, but I don't think Moyes, the old dinosaur David Moyes, is going to want to risk too much, because I don't know if he's going to expect to get any points at Anfield. So with that being said, I think Michael Keane comes back in. Tarkowski with that awful challenge in the last derby as well. Was it on McAllister again? McAllister's definitely in the war zone there. How did he not get a red card? I will never know. Idrissa Gana Gueye as well comes in to shore up that position. Now this is an interesting one as well, right? Left back position. Ghana, I think, probably starts here as utility left back for the fact that Mykolenko is coming back from injury as well. O'Brien will do the job from them on the right back position. At least he'll try to do the job, but it's not going to be so successful. And we're going to look in the midfield who partners Ghana Gueye as well. I think it would be Irogbunam. So how do we spell? I think it's like this Irogbunam, new Irogbunam player. Is it 1B, 2Bs? I think it's 1B. Let's go with that. Credit to your boy Sai. Hyped this video if I got that spelling right. Irogbunam. I want to go with that. We know that Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall is a fairly solid player. I'm surprised he ended up there, but he's going to be doing good things there because he is a decent player overall. Got lost in the mix. Was it Chelsea? And Jack Grealish, new lease of life. What is the secret to Jack Grealish having a reign of form? Basically just letting him play. The Man City, Pep Guardiola ball of get it and return the play, recycle the play back in. It's not Jack Grealish's game. You give him the ball, you let him do his thing. He'll run at the man, he'll dribble the man, he'll keep possession. He's quite press resistant, and he'll play the ball inside or go around the outside. But we don't want him to go around the outside because we have a secret weapon in tow. I think Beto. They have got a new shiny striker, but I think Beto leads the line here. He's a handful physicality, and Iliai Ndiaye starts there. I think that will be the lineup. I'm fairly confident that's the lineup. The only potential changes is if Mykolenko is fit, Mykolenko goes at left back, and Irogbunam drops to the bench. Ghana goes into that slot next to Ghana Gueye as well. And if the back line, Branthwaite, is fit, where they risk it for a biscuit, Keane will go out for Branthwaite. So that is the lineup. They're going to be solid. 2 pivot players, 2 holding players right now. Not going to be too adventurous. They're going to tuck in. Obviously, Ghana can step into the line of 6 as well. You're going to expect this kind of formation, but they're not going to give us any space. Dewsbury Hall will sit in that position, look to plug in the gaps for the triangles on either occasion. But what they're going to look to do is give Grealish, this is their star man right here. They're going to look to get Grealish onto the ball, look for an overlap potentially from Ghana as well. Might undercut for Dewsbury Hall, but Grealish is a great round the outside player. So they might actually load the inside channels. Beto on the line there. As soon as the give, he might drop in to flick on, or it might go in between our back line there to go around the outside. Beto will be on P-spot, and Dye will be charging in as well. On this occasion, they might hold up a slightly higher line to recycle, but Grealish is the game-winning condition. I don't think Iliai and Dye is the most skillful. He's pacey, he's got physical attributes as well, but I don't really think that he's going to be offering too much exposure there, because I don't think O'Brien will be absolutely supporting him. He'll give him the chance to run, give and go to Dewsbury Hall, have the diagonal runners as well, see if they can discombobulate the Liverpool lineup. Obviously, Grealish will always stand in that position. He might on occasion drop to this inside forward position, but around the outside is the biggest threat, because in this position, he is very, very well adept at picking a man out or picking a runner or a potential pot shot. I don't think Gray will score many goals, but it'll be these four who are the goal threat. Beto being hassled in and around on the diagonal runs. As we know, he likes to run off the shoulder, across Van Dijk to shoot across, or if he can cut inside on Ibu Konate, he'll take a pot shot as well. And Dai will be trying to poach anything that comes in that way, because the creativity will come from the left-hand side. And then Dai will be looking for scraps and pieces as well. But I don't expect Everton to have much possession. It'll be blood, guts and thunder charging in. Dewsbury Hall's not a dirty player. Beto is slightly a wind-up merchant. Grealish as well. Let's see if he stays on his feet. But I think Everton's game plan will be fairly well known from the off. So what are Liverpool likely to do? Let's look at the Liverpool lineup. Now, the Liverpool lineup is going to be incredibly hard to pick. So let me know your lineups in the comments below, because this could be anything, in all honesty. This is one of those matches where you throw the form book out of the window, because Everton, like Man United, come to play, will be right in your face, will absolutely loathe Liverpool and not want to give them an inch, right in their face, compact, tight, the dark arts and all that as well. Van Dijk will come in for sure. Alisson will be there. Konate starts. This is the Premier League winning partnership right here. And now, as much as I want Wataru Man Endo, the Big E, Wataru Endo, I think Gravenberch is just so important in the way that we play, and he's so silky and so skillful at the moment, and he comes in there. Obviously, Mo Salah, Egyptian King, regaining form on the wing, and that's partly due to Isak's presence as well, but the style of play that we played got him involved heavily. Frimpong was a big part of that. So that is the first big decision. Frimpong, Szoboszlai, or Connor Bradley, and every single one have a case. If you want to overload the midfield, maybe our player of the season so far, Gravenberch or Szoboszlai, is a toss-up between them two. Szoboszlai can go there, but then you don't get the best out of Mo Salah, because Szoboszlai always inverts into the 6 and in the inside forward position and becomes a utility midfielder, as well as a traditional right-back, defensive version of a right-back who's got technical abilities. If you put King Pong, Frimpong, Jeremy Vibes, Frimpong, then Salah comes alive, because Salah, from out to in on the outside channel, goes into the inside channel, and you give Frimpong the space there. It means Frimpong starts at wing-back position, which means the left-back tucks in into utility 6 position, and you end up with that back 3. Okay. It also is determined by who starts in this midfield position here. Now, Curtis Jones is actually fit, according to Arne Slot, coming back fit for this match, but obviously he'll start on the bench. Is this Szoboszlai or is this McAllister? If this is Szoboszlai, then one of the game-winning conditions is getting Szoboszlai into a shooting position as well. Ryan Gravenberch always seems to favour the right-hand side on that deep registrar position as well. So you'd imagine if it's Szoboszlai, then Kirkes tucks in, Gravenberch tucks in, Szoboszlai goes into 10 position alongside the 10. If it's McAllister, you think that we want to bait Everton out of their starting blocks. But Everton are wily and canny, the David Moyes effect, right? So it's hard to draw them out. McAllister's been slightly off form, hasn't been completely fit this season, but he's important for tempo and the ball-breaking lines. If Premier League games historically are anything to go by under Arne Slot, then you know that we control the game first half, we see what Everton are likely to do, and then we exploit the spaces that Arne Slot identifies, the weaknesses he identifies at half-time, go in, come back out for the second 45 minutes and go full gusto, full tempo, full acceleration. If that's the plan, then it's McAllister and Gravenberch, or Szoboszlai with the legs to press them up front. This could be a toss-up for McAllister and Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai hasn't had a break for a long time, but he's been one of our players of the season so far, and you'd imagine we want to start as we mean to finish. So I'm going to put Szoboszlai there, which means we have the ability to go forward as well. So does that mean that the more conservative Connor Bradley starts? Now, Bradley has a great case for starting, because he crunched Mbappe. You're never going to forget even. Yeah, he crunched Kylian Mbappe. So he's proven it on the biggest of occasions that he can compete with anybody. And Grealish isn't the fastest even. He's fleet of foot. He's silky, he's wiry, he's pesky, he's annoying. But Bradley has the physicality and the know-how to stick with him. But the difference is, if Grealish is going to go around the outside, Frimpong tracking him back, just being a nuisance and a body in the way at that speed, with the ball at speed, because Grealish is here horrendously fast with the ball at his feet, right? Rather than just acceleration and pace. Then Frimpong tracking back is a good cover for their most dangerous man. And on the counter-attack, if Grealish gets the ball in space, Frimpong can get back faster. So there's justification for both sides of it. Bradley, traditionally, you'd say that he'd be the one for the fact that physicality, that aggression, that tenacity, that tackling ability. But you could get a yellow card from that as well. So I think quids in that Frimpong will start this one for twofold. To track Grealish on the transition. To pen Grealish back, Grealish has to support the man if Frimpong starts in wing-back position. To keep him outside and to stick with him, but also to unleash Mo Salah, who's our game-winning conditions. And you want to go for your game-winning scenarios and your game-winning conditions and write the narrative and flow of the game to control that dialogue to make sure that you get your game-winning conditions because goals win games. And we have enough in defence, and Konate out wide to Grealish probably matches up well as well because that physicality and that, hopefully he's not fleet of foot and he doesn't get dumped on his ass. But Frimpong, I think, to unleash Salah is the core here. With Szoboszlai being more disciplined and holding in this position to do those scuttled balls. Now, in the transition, if we go here or here, and we do an overload on this side, right? We do an overload on this side, dropping in there. Salah comes into inside position. I think that scuttled ball, that daisy cutter, dynamic ball with backspin on it into Frimpong, who can drive into space, is a great outlet. Because Frimpong around the outside is a great option. Mo Salah cutting inside, or Conor Bradley undercutting inside as well. We can see that in second half. But I don't want to see Bradley on a yellow card, which is why I am calling for Frimpong to start to allow Salah to thrive in this position. And as he showed against Atletico Madrid, I think he had a record high this season, 6 shots on goal. Then that unleashes a game-winning condition. So I put Frimpong here, Gravenberch to partner Szoboszlai, and then left wing, I think you go with Gakpo. Forget what everyone's saying. Forget the criticism regardless. I think Gakpo gets a goal in this one. Because in an Everton dirty street balling mentality where you fight for the second balls and anything dropping in and around the area, the one who's going to finish the ball in this kind of area, let's just draw that little triangle there, and the inverse triangle, and the inverse triangle. The ball dropping anywhere in those conditions, you want Gakpo's scrappiness. And do you remember, everyone seems to have forgot the ability to Gakpo to have his back on goal, turn and shoot, somewhat injuring himself sometimes. 50% chance when he does himself in on that. But that's a kind of dirty goal that you score against Everton, right? So you need that to break the deadlock. And similarly, with that in mind, Wirtz finding space in and around Rogbunam and Garnagüe as well is a key player. You see how prominent he is in the game-winning transition. So you can't get close to him. His acceleration, his hard work between lines, finding space between there. I don't think the Everton 6th line will cope with him easily. The power of Gakpo, the inversion of Salah, the creativity and genius of Wirtz, and the freedom of Frimpong at Anfield as well. I think it's going to be a different type of Merseyside derby because there's technicality and silkiness up here. Now, do you have Ekitike to stand in front of the opposition, or do you go in and behind and play them off the shoulder? Arne Slot, as I mentioned at the start of this video, says that Isak can play, but Isak won't play 90 minutes. And that in mind, I think you go with your best player, Isak, and he is that dang good. Rafa Benitez said as well, I have a sneaky feeling that Newcastle are missing his dribbling ability to play in front of the defence, around the defence, shooting from all angles, hold-up play, central play, off-the-shoulder play, width play. This doesn't take a genius, right? But I love me some Rafa Benitez, my favourite coach. So Isak plays to try to get that opening goal to break the deadlock, and it becomes a different type of game if we score early. And if we get 1 or 2 chances early, then I back Isak to score it. I back Wirtz to actually make a goal-scoring contribution, even though he should have had 2 assists in the goal last game. I back Gakpo to score as well in that scenario. So I think Isak starts and Ekitike comes on in around the 60-minute mark, which is no slight on Ekitike. He's really played well, but Isak he's just class and he's Premier League proven. And they may try to hustle and scuffle with these boys as well, but you don't forget that these boys are pretty hard at. Szoboszlai is humongous. Gravenberch flattens the opposition. I mean, absolutely flattens the opposition. Look at this. Frimpong cannot be caught. He's the road runner. Wile E. Coyote, you can't catch him. Salah is so physical. Gakpo doesn't lack in physicality, and Isak is huge, and despite his slender frame, right, he's slippery. He'll win fouls, and, Szoboszlai fouls, oh my goodness, even Wirtz on international duty. So I think this is the starting lineup. And speaking of game-winning scenarios, right, Mamacita Maimi's beautiful Liverpool official dress has arrived. You can't get this in Japan, so I had to order off the Liverpool store. I paid 38 quid in custom. But I've got my official Liverpool top. This is the game-winning scenario, and no guesses who is on the back of this. This is the 3rd kit, like I said I would get. Let's open this up right now and have a looky before I continue with the tactical treasures without measure. This is the channel Substance and Abundance, and I bought this top. This top cost me what, like 120 quid thereabouts. It is expensive. It's the players version. No, I got more than that. 120 quid plus. Florian Wirtz. Florian Wirtz on the back as well. Official goods from the Liverpool store. M size, medium size, gaming condition. Let's get it on. I feel greatness. I'm going to put the tag in there for now. And I tell you what, right? If we can get something like 10 super thanks or memberships or whatever in the live stream, I'm going to get Japanese Mamacita Maimi to wear that Liverpool dress on the live stream tomorrow. So, back your boy Sai, support the channel. If we get any memberships, look at this. Brand new. I'm feeling good. Florian Wirtz, baby. It's a good omen. Let's see what the guns look like. Fun's out, guns out, sun's out. No, it's the wrong order, but you know what I mean. So yes, it's a good omen. Florian Wirtz will do amazing things. I'm keeping with him in the fantasy football team. So let's get back to the tactical treasures without measure as well. Okay, so Ikazor, we haven't filled in the left back position. Kirkes or Robertson. Now, Kirkes, aggression, tenacity, very, very good. But I think maybe a little bit of time out in the sun. Robertson for that cool head and experience, and to tuck in as well and to let Frimpong go. Now, I'd love to see Milos Kerkez really establish that position, but as Robertson said, he's still incredibly young. He's the current first choice left back, got a great future in front of him, but Everton will try to roll him up, and he does look like a little bit tenacious and a little bit risque with the red card for the same reason that Connor Bradley, I didn't start with him. I think you start with Robertson and Frimpong because this line will hold the Everton line at bay, physicality. Then you have Sobosai running between the lines, protecting Robertson as well. Gravenberch going into that position. Frimpong going into that half space on the right-hand side, playing from the wing-back position, and you just pen Everton back. You let these dual 10s do their thing. You keep Gakpo on the outside, isolated 1v1. He might get his head down, but if he does get the ball across, or he drops it back to Wirtz, right, or Sobosai picks up in this position, that ball, that constant ball out into this position where they have to mark the dual 10s. They have to mark the dual 10s. And even if they mark the dual 10s, or one goes further up, right? One goes further up, one drops into space, one drops here. Gravenberch's ability to run into these positions is frightening. And you can't leave that running ability of Gravenberch turning a man and Frimpong running in behind, and Isak picking up any scraps around the edge of the area, and Salah being a legitimate 10 and Wirtz finding his way into the box, play the ball into feet. He's going to kill it with a dead touch and bang. Or any in this position, you can't stop the rotations here. I know Gakpo doesn't rotate so much. Gakpo likes to cut inside. He could teach Engamoha either how to cut inside or how to cut inside, but nobody can stop him cutting inside and releasing the Gakpo. Or just, as we've shown against Atletico Madrid, smash it at the feet of one of our players and magic things will happen. It came off Robertson, and Robertson is now a French push-cush cannon shot quality goal of the season contender. So the rotations are in and amongst themselves. And how does it line up against the Everton play? Now, I don't think Irogbunam or Ghana Gay will have a fun time against Wirtz floating. They just don't have that ability, that fleet of foot to keep up with him. He dribbles like a Grealish, right? And he's obviously a number 10. Now, Salah's coming to prominence, coming to form, will be facilitated by Frimpong here. Now, what can they do? What can Ghana do when Frimpong runs at you? I don't think Ghana can do very much. He's nowhere near as quick as Frimpong. And when you have the technical capability of an Alexander Isak running off the shoulder of an ancient Michael Keane, or proper dirty thug-like Tarkovsky as well, they might foul him, they might take him down, but he's going to roll one or two of them at least twice a match. You can see it. You can see it happening. And on the angle, he's a sharpshooter. He's a menace, hitting high into net. And especially if we can run that lateral ball, whether it's to a Wirtz and an overlapping Sobosai who smacks it back to an Isak there, he's going to hit it high into the roof of the net. You know he's going to hit that finish. You know that Salah's going to get at least one opportunity to cut inside on that favoured left foot to bend it into the corner or step in to roll it underneath the keeper there. And Pickford is absolutely deserving to be on the end of a proper spanking. We have not spanked them properly, low and hard, like for a long ass time, and we need to spank that ass, baby. So yeah, and we have Ekitike to come on, and when Ekitike comes on, it's a different game because of his ability to drop between the lines, which means you have a more direct inside forward run into the box kind of route as well. I don't know why that pop-up keep coming up as well. Then you have Connor Bradley, who's always made an impact off the bench. A little bit unlucky not to be starting as our out-and-out right-back first choice. Underlapping, right? Underlapping. So you have that option there, which means that Ekitike on a give and go, or Salah on a give and go, give Bradley that big penetration spot, because he always gets into that penalty box area as well. Okay. I think Gravenberch, if Bradley's on, actually holds more of that line because Bradley really, really is a Duracell bunny in that regard. A rampant rabbit like Soboslai. Additionally, a lot of our subs, in the absence of Harvey Elliott, our wonder kid, Rio Engamoha, right? My goodness. O'Brien ain't going to like Rio Engamoha running at him all day long as well. And I fancy if Gakpo's having an off day, which he may, Engamoha coming on for at least 20 minutes because him running at O'Brien with that game intelligence, with a step over, step over, step over. And I love that Isak step over from left-hand channel as well. If Ekitike drops in between the lines with Wirtz, right, and you're going to look at Maka coming on, Gravenberch does need a rest on occasion. So Endo coming on, half-back position, especially if we got a lead, which I think we will get. And Maka coming on here. Like to see Wirtz do 90 minutes. Maka, Wirtz, Ekitike on the edge, right? These game-winning balls, penetrating balls in and behind the 6, or from a deeper position, penetrating in between the fullback and opposition, or even getting Engamo out wide and standing him up, right? Then everyone's having a field day and slotting in, slotting in, and slotting in. You don't think that Salah will be subbed too early, but when Salah does get subbed, you know what's going to happen. Federico Chiesa, and then you have other sharpshooters who can work an angle to get a shot away, even to step back and slice it to the side post as well. And Ekitike is the connector for everyone to shoot. Wirtz has a bias for the left. Maka is a legitimate number 10. Chiesa in this position, or Conor Bradley cutting into this position. And then, yes, let's do it. X gonna give it to you. Everyone diving in that position. Kirkes will probably be on at that point as well. And then you have Van Dijk, Konate, and Endo shutting up shop and holding the line at that line, because apart from Beto, I don't think Grealish is going to outrun Konate or Van Dijk on the perpendicular run as well, and probably not Iliman Ndiaye as well. So I'm really, really looking forward to this game. It's going to be very, very exciting. I've got my new official third Liverpool kit. It's the authentic players version. Up the reds, up the green mean machine. Miyazaki man, Ichiban. Thank you for watching. Smash a like, drop a comment to help me on the algorithm. And if we get lots of super thanks and member donated in the live stream, I will tell you, Miyazaki Mama Mai, the style and profile in the new Liverpool green top as well. Can't wait to see it. Until next time, have a great day, great Friday, and enjoy the weekend. Maximum points, baby. Let's continue that good run. Ciao. Janet.